What if I told you that frog farming could be one of the most profitable and sustainable ventures in agriculture? From selecting the right species to setting up the perfect environment, feeding, and finally selling for maximum profit, every step matters. Stay with me as we uncover the complete process of frog farming, turning these amphibians into a lucrative business. Frogs reproduce through a fascinating and complex process that begins with egg laying and ends with the transformation into an adult frog. The process starts when male frogs call out to attract females, using their unique vocalizations. Once a female selects a mate, she lays eggs in water while the male fertilizes them externally. These eggs are typically surrounded by a jelly-like substance that provides protection and keeps them moist. After a few days, the eggs hatch into tiny, aquatic larvae known as tadpoles. At this stage, they lack legs and rely on gills for breathing underwater. They feed primarily on algae and plant matter, growing rapidly as they prepare for the next stage. As tadpoles develop, they undergo metamorphosis, a process of dramatic transformation. During metamorphosis, tadpoles begin growing hind legs first, followed by front legs. Their gills gradually disappear as lungs develop, enabling them to breathe air. The tail starts shrinking as they absorb its nutrients, and their diet shifts from herbivorous to omnivorous or carnivorous, depending on the species. Once fully transformed, the young frog, now called a froglet, leaves the water and starts exploring land. At this stage, they are small but possess all the necessary features of an adult frog. As they continue growing, their bodies strengthen, and they become fully adapted to their environments, whether in forests, wetlands, or grasslands. This cycle of life continues as these frogs eventually reach maturity and repeat the reproductive process. Frogs play a crucial role in ecosystems by controlling insect populations and serving as prey for various predators. Their reproductive process is a delicate balance of nature, ensuring the survival of their species despite numerous threats from environmental changes and predators. Frogs live in a variety of environments, including wetlands, forests, grasslands, rivers, lakes, and even deserts, depending on the species. Most frogs prefer moist habitats near water bodies like ponds, swamps, and streams because they need water for reproduction and to keep their skin hydrated. Some tree frogs live in tropical rainforests, where they use their sticky toe pads to climb trees and hide in leaves. Others, like desert frogs, burrow underground to retain moisture and survive harsh conditions. Frogs are carnivorous and primarily eat insects, including flies, mosquitoes, ants, and beetles. Larger species can consume small mammals, birds, or even other frogs. They use their long, sticky tongues to catch prey in a fraction of a second. Some aquatic frogs feed on small fish, tadpoles, and crustaceans. Tadpoles, in contrast, are mostly herbivorous, eating algae and plant material before transitioning to a carnivorous diet as they develop into adult frogs. Frogs play a crucial role in ecosystems by controlling insect populations and serving as prey for birds, snakes, and fish. Their ability to adapt to different environments helps them survive, but pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change threaten many species worldwide. Frogs play a crucial role in scientific research and medicine due to their unique biological characteristics. They have been used for centuries to study anatomy, physiology, genetics, and embryonic development. Their permeable skin makes them highly sensitive to environmental changes, making them valuable indicators of ecosystem health. Scientists use frog embryos to understand cell division, growth, and genetic mutations, contributing to advancements in developmental biology. Many medical discoveries have been made through research on frogs. Their nervous system has been instrumental in understanding how human nerves and muscles function. Some frog species produce skin secretions with potent antimicrobial and analgesic properties, leading to the development of new medicines, including potential treatments for bacterial infections and pain management. Frog toxins have also been explored for use in anesthetics and heart disease treatments. Frogs have contributed significantly to reproductive science. Early pregnancy tests relied on injecting a woman's urine into certain frog species, which would induce egg-laying if the woman was pregnant. Their regenerative abilities and immune system responses provide insights into wound healing and organ regeneration. Research on their ability to resist infections and diseases has influenced advancements in immunology and vaccine development. Despite their importance in medicine, frog populations are declining due to habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and disease. Conservation efforts are necessary to ensure their continued contribution to scientific discoveries. Ethical concerns surrounding the use of frogs in research have led to the development of alternative methods, but their role in advancing medical science remains invaluable. Frogs are consumed as a delicacy in many parts of the world, particularly in countries like France, China, Vietnam, Indonesia, and the southern United States. Frog legs are the most commonly eaten part, known for their tender texture and mild flavor, often compared to chicken or fish. They are prepared in various ways, including frying, grilling, and stewing, and are a staple in gourmet cuisine and traditional dishes. In the food industry, frogs are farmed specifically for human consumption. Frog farming, also known as raniculture, is practiced in many countries to meet the demand while reducing pressure on wild populations. These farms provide a controlled environment where frogs are bred, raised, and harvested under hygienic conditions. The most commonly farmed species include the American bullfrog and the leopard frog. Frogs also play an indirect role in the food industry by contributing to sustainable agriculture. They act as natural pest controllers by feeding on insects that damage crops, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. Their presence in rice paddies and farmlands helps maintain ecological balance and improves crop yields. Frog meat is valued for its high protein content, low fat, and nutritional benefits. It is considered a healthy food choice in many cultures, providing essential amino acids and minerals. However, concerns over overharvesting, habitat destruction, and disease transmission have led to regulations on frog trade and farming practices. Sustainable harvesting methods and conservation efforts are necessary to protect wild populations while meeting the demand for frog meat in the food industry. Frogs have been deeply embedded in various cultures and traditions worldwide, symbolizing fertility, transformation, and renewal. In many ancient civilizations, they were revered for their connection to nature and the cycle of life. In Egyptian mythology, frogs were associated with the goddess Hecate, who represented birth and fertility. She was often depicted as a frog-headed deity, and her presence was believed to ensure safe childbirth. Similarly, in ancient Mesopotamian cultures, frogs symbolized abundance and prosperity due to their association with water and agricultural fertility. In Chinese culture, the money frog, or Chan Chu, is a widely recognized symbol of wealth and prosperity. It is often depicted as a three-legged frog holding a coin in its mouth, believed to attract financial success. Many businesses and households keep statues of this frog as a charm for good fortune. In Japan, frogs are considered lucky animals that ensure travelers' safe return home, and the word for frog, ku, also means return. Indigenous tribes across the world use frogs in rituals and healing practices. The Amazonian Cambo frog secretes a substance used in shamanic ceremonies for cleansing, detoxification, and enhancing physical endurance. Some South American tribes believe that applying Cambo to the body grants strength and sharpens the senses. In African and South American traditions, frogs play a role in rain-making rituals, as their calls are often associated with the arrival of rain. In European folklore, frogs appear as magical creatures in fairy tales and legends. One of the most famous examples is the Frog Prince, where a frog transforms into a prince after receiving a kiss from a princess, symbolizing personal growth and transformation. In Slavic and Native American myths, frogs are seen as spirit guides that provide wisdom and protection. In certain parts of Asia and South America, frogs are used in traditional medicine. Their secretions have been used for treating wounds, infections, and even pain relief. Some cultures believe that consuming frogs can bring vitality and strength, leading to their inclusion in traditional diets. Frogs also play a role in artistic expressions, from ancient pottery and carvings to modern literature and music. Their presence in paintings, sculptures, and songs reflects their enduring cultural significance. Many indigenous artworks depict frogs as sacred beings, emphasizing their importance in nature and spiritual beliefs. Overall, frogs have left a lasting impact on human traditions, myths, and beliefs across the world. Whether as symbols of luck, transformation, or healing, they remain deeply rooted in cultural heritage, bridging the gap between nature and human spirituality. Frogs are commonly kept as pets, with species like the African dwarf frog, Pac-Man frog, and White's tree frog being popular choices among amphibian enthusiasts. They require specialized care, including proper enclosures, humidity levels, and a diet of live insects. The pet trade has increased the demand for exotic frog species, leading to concerns about wild population declines due to overcollection. Conservation efforts focus on protecting frog species from habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and disease. Organizations work to preserve wetlands, implement breeding programs, and raise awareness about the importance of frogs in ecosystems. Many species are now bred in captivity to reduce pressure on wild populations and ensure sustainable trade. Laws and regulations help prevent illegal collection and trade, promoting ethical pet ownership and conservation practices. Frogs play a significant role in the cosmetics and biotechnology industries. In cosmetics, compounds derived from frog skin are studied for their potential use in anti-aging creams, skin hydration products, and treatments for various skin conditions. Their natural peptides have antimicrobial and healing properties, making them valuable for skincare formulations. In biotechnology, frog species like the African clawed frog, Xenopus laevis, have been used extensively in medical research, including pregnancy tests, genetic studies, and drug development. Frog-derived enzymes and proteins are studied for their applications in wound healing, antibiotic production, and even cancer research. Their unique biological traits contribute to advancements in medicine and biotechnology, making them essential in scientific innovation.